to talk to you, and we cannot wait. I cannot wait to get over and see everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be great to have you back down here too, man. I mean, 12 records in. When you started in Sevendust, did you think you'd still be going in 2019?
Well, man, it was always a dream, even at the very beginning, that we would be doing this well into kids and wives and hopefully being able to bring our families out. And you know what? It's been a blessing. We've been able to do that. So I would like to say I would have hoped that we'd have been able to be that long. I would have never imagined that, though. Absolutely, man. It's what a dream come true to still be relevant in this industry and to be coming back and building relationships with people around the world because of our music, man. It's great.
It's fantastic, man. And the other thing that really stands out for me is that unlike many bands, your lineup is still the same. I mean, I know Clint went away for a couple of years but came back, so this is the original Sevendust.
Oh, yeah, it's been like that for a while, man. So, it's, we haven't really missed a beat, so it's really good. The energy is very strong. And like I said before, we were able to continue, and the music was great. But, just that original lineup, that's where the seed started. That's where we planted it. And it just has a certain resonance, that it just sticks well.
It was, I mean, a lot of bands, they have personal conflicts and issues, but you guys seem to still be pretty good friends and pretty tight amongst all the smelly socks and the cramped tour conditions.
Oh, yeah, we're older now, and so everybody, we got kids, and I think we've all matured a lot, and we love each other, man, and it's really cool to be a band this long, and still, some days you're mad at one guy, that guy's a douchebag today, but tomorrow you love him again. It's just we're brothers, so it's no different than we've grown up like this. This is all we know is each other, and the music that we play together. So we've been very lucky.
Yeah, the Sevendust family, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, indeed. Well, 12 records in, and let's talk a bit about All I See Is War. Of course, you put this album out last year now, so I mean, this tour is ongoing, and it's great that you've managed to find time to come down and see us. But talk to us a little bit about what it's like to get to the stage of your career and to keep being inspired to do something new and something different.
Oh man, it's great. Well, I think that's due to us being able to take off that time that we were able to take off. And to get back to life, I always say, how much can you write about when the only thing that you know is touring and touring and touring? And that's kind of what it was getting like with us. And I just feel like, we had to get home and, take our kids to school and take our daughters to daddy-daughter dances and, get yelled at by the wives, take the trash out, wash the dishes. You got to do things like that. You got to get real. And I think it was good for us to do that and take that time to get back in the studio, to be ready to write, to have experience that were different than the same thing that we normally see. So it was time to go back in. And when we came back in, we had so many songs, and it was a good thing.
Well, speaking about so many songs, I was thinking about it because, 12 albums, and obviously there's, 2, 3 new singles off this record. You play a set down here, you'll be playing, 14, 15 songs? How do you choose from, 120 songs plus a couple of covers here and there, what you're going to throw in?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard every time, man. We talk to each other, we're like, I don't know what we're going to do. Let's play that song, and somebody else, I hate that song, and then somebody else will say, yeah, you know what, I love it, and then two might say, I kind of like it just to the first chorus, and then we might say we'll never play that song again. So it's funny, but what a pleasure to be able to have a problem, but from picking songs. So we try to make sure that we put something in there for everybody, though.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to seeing you in New Zealand, LJ. I mean, what are you looking forward to about coming here? I mean, if you had a spare day in New Zealand, what would you do?
Man, I wish I was able to stay there longer than we're able to. It's so beautiful there, and the people are so cool. It's always a great experience for me. I love to walk. I love to go down by the water, check out the boats, have a cold beer somewhere, man. And everyone, you build relationships, and I can't wait to get back. Actually, as I'm downstairs past my studio in my home right now, once you go in my den, there's a gift that I got from a gentleman from Auckland, New Zealand. It says it's called a TEMATAU, a Maui, fish hook of Maui. And
yeah, I know the one. Yeah,
this beautiful piece of wood carved with this beautiful fish hook, and I keep it on my mantle downstairs. And so you guys are always with me, whether you know it or not.
Outstanding, man, outstanding. Now I know that you are a collector as well, and you collect all sorts of things. But what's your favourite thing, and what in your collection are you proudest of?
I don't know, man. I have so many things. I call myself, I made up a word, it's a mantiquer. So
I like it.
And it's kind of catching on. Yeah, people like it. So I don't know. I have a lot of crazy stuff. My latest thing that I got, a gentleman built me this beautiful guitar case, and I kind of designed it with a black snakeskin leather background and it's glass and everything. But when I got that, he also acquired me a signed Motley Crue Flying V inside of it by all the guys in Motley. So I know those guys. So that's really cool collectible. That's my latest piece. So, I'm looking at it right now. It's on the floor because I don't know where I should hang it. This thing is so heavy and big, it's going to rip my walls down.
Well, LJ, we know that Motley Crue, of course, got the Netflix show coming out. If you were going to cast someone to play you in the Sevendust movie, who would it be?
Oh, wow. I don't know. Now, who would play me in a movie? I don't know. I would play me, man, at this point.
Well, mate, if there's going to be a check on the end of it, why not?
Yeah. Now, you know what, man? I tell you what I love. You know who I think would like to play me? Andre 3000.
Oh, yeah, he'd be great.
Outcast. I think he did an incredible job playing Jimi Hendrix in that movie that he did. So I think that would be someone, that's a good question, that would play me well.
Yeah, okay. No, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. Now, LJ, of course, you've toured everywhere for over a long period of time, but where is the one place in the world that you love to go back to time and again?
Man, there's so many. New Zealand, Australia, what do you mean? Everywhere. I love Austria. We haven't been back to Austria in a while. We just recently did the UK. It was great to go back there, man. I just love it all. You know what I mean? Especially being able to come overseas and come to see you guys when we haven't been able to in the past due to other things and not be able to come over as much as we're able to. But now with the new record label and the right people behind us, we're able to get back over sooner and sooner. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about building a relationship with you guys. And like I said, excited about coming back to New Zealand. It's a beautiful place, man. And it's nowhere like it. It's you can't explain it. And it's not, the pictures doesn't do it justice until you get there. And then you're like, oh my God, the pictures are beautiful, but it's even crazier in person.
All right, LJ. Well, we've got a thing I like to do to finish off an interview, which is 5 quick questions, and you give me your answer. The first one of those is, if I take you to a bar when you get down to New Zealand and tell you to order whatever you like, what's your poison?
Oh man, I like to have a light beer and a shot of Jägermeister.
Ooh, okay, that'll get the day started pretty well. All right.
Yeah, that's where my wife says it's the college girl inside.
You got to let her out at some point, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right, LJ. What's the worst person to go on tour with that you've had an experience with? Well, maybe not. You don't have to name them if you don't want. But the worst thing you hate about somebody when you're on tour.
Well, I am weird now that I'm older. You know, one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
If we're like parked somewhere and I'm looking out the window and it's like this pretty view and you never really get to see that when you're on the bus when you're parked, and then somebody else's tour bus parks right beside you and they leave their bus running. I hate that.
Inconsiderate parking. LJ's all over it.
Exactly. It's no big deal.
All right, man. All right. Well, what about fans? I know you've got fans all around the world. So what's maybe the one that's blown you away the most, or the one that's weirdest, that's stuck with you, your fan encounter?
Oh man, no. The ones that blow me away the most of them. I don't like to say fans. I say family at this point because we've grown up with these people. They're family for sure. It blows me away when I see people that have been more than over 200 Sevendust shows in the States, and then they follow us over to the UK and to New Zealand and Australia and hang out with us. That blows me away, and that happens all the time now.
Wow, yeah, that would be amazing. All right, LJ, if you could play with one musician, living or dead, who would it be?
Jimi Hendrix, of course.
Yeah, good choice.
It would be Jimi Hendrix and Lemmy at the same time, because Lemmy was the first man that to introduce. Well, he came to a show and introduced himself and told me to don't ever F this up, because I had what it took, and told me the story about him working with Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, that's super. He used to be his roadie, didn't he? His guitar tech.
Yeah.
It's a crazy story. All right, LJ, final question for you. If a kid comes up to you and says to you, what's heavy metal, and you can give him one album, what album are you going to give him?
Oh, man. That's a good question. Definitely I'll give him the Black Sabbath album. Black Sabbath, yeah.
Sabbath is the way to go. All right, LJ, hey, listen, man, thanks very much for your time today, man. Really appreciate it. We're really looking forward to you coming down here, man. You travel well.
Right on. We look forward to seeing you, brother, and thanks so much for a great interview.